Um, yeah, you can see there's like spades, hearts, clubs, and uh, diamonds.
Okay, cool. Oh, damn it.
And we're live.
There we go.
Hooray!
All right.
Welcome to 250. We've solved everything. Are you eating plain noodles?
I was about to tell us
Look,
that.
my stomach bothers me when I have if I use sauce. If I use
okay.
spaghetti sauce. So like I'm still working that out. I should probably add butter to it or whatnot, but like also I woke up 2 hours ago, so
That's fair.
I'm still getting up to some degree. I heard about this. I'm like, well, I have to get up now.
And so 200 episodes of this. Why do
250.
you watch this as 250 episodes of this. Why the hell do people watch this as a word? That's a good question. And so for the 250th episode of Social Justice Alchemy, here at the Alchemy Benches, regular irregulars of like me, Summer Geek, Pirate Summer Geek, John Brown, the Cat, and Isaiah Taylor has joined us as well too. But like. Hello, but it's like, what can we do for our 250th episode? We did thought like, let's bite back out a guest on this were, and Steve Shaw was busy today, so he can't do it. That's where we will love to join. I reached out to Curiosity, but I think I don't blame Curiosity for not checking her Twitter DMs because Twitter is a hell site as it were too. So
That's fair.
and so then I was like, well, hold on. Oh, wait. Last minute, it's like, wait, a viewer call-in show. Another excellent way for me to do absolutely no prep for the show. And just like, but it's 250 episodes. You all like watch us for like 250 episodes. Some of us, not you haven't been here for a whole 250 episodes as well, but some of you have been here for the whole time as well too. But yes. Welcome on in, everyone. Right now we have like Joe McClory, of course, our regular patron, as it were, too, and a returning guest who's currently eating spaghetti, as it were. And I can understand like not using like spaghetti sauce or marinara sauce because like my friend loves pizza, absolutely loves pizza, as it were. She has an emote for her Twitch channel of her eating pizza, as it were. But the marinara sauce is not good for her stomach too. So she loves pizza, but like hates how like it affects her stomach as well too. Now,
Yeah. That hasn't bothered me, but like the minute I used, last time I used spaghetti sauce, I was like, I had enough upset stomach to like, where it starts hurting the throat type thing.
Oh, jeez.
Now I kind of want to do spaghetti noodles with a nice what do you call it? Like garlic pizza sauce, like a nice white sauce for pizza, but with just.
I'm actually not feeling that well. I just want to just come in and say hey, though.
Hey there.
Hey.
I'm glad you could stop by. I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then it's just
Wow.
just like
He wasn't just kidding about just saying hey.
Well, as I Taylor, you're still with us as well. You can still watch the live stream as always, as it were, because like we stream this like every Sunday around this time. So, and I do hope you feel better. I hope work and life goes fine as well. So yes, also, so for those of you who like are watching and who like, hey. This is a viewer show or something like that. Can I join in and something like that? Only if you want to. We're not going to force people or coerce people to come in here and like join the thing too. But in the Discord, and yes, we do have a Discord, is linked down the doobly-doo down below this word too. So you can find a link for the Discord and join our Discord this word too. And in the Discord and go in live section, that's where you can you see the Zoom link and you can pop in and like say hi and chat with us and like you can drive the show and discuss what you want to discuss this word too. And yep, Kirok, I see you there. And yes, that was
So what you're saying is don't go into the chat and the Discord and bully people into joining the show.
I wouldn't. No, I'm not encouraging that.
Only if you get consent.
Yes, exactly. Remember, consent is important. Consent is yes. It's only if you want to. If you only have something to say. Only if you want to join. If you like, the voice is not good as it were, or like I say, Taylor's not feeling well. No, you don't have to like say it's word too. I'll think of something to say during this whole course of the thing. But I can like ask like everyone who's watching, everyone's here is like, how are you?
7.
I mean, I was good until the whole conversation we just had put my brain on the train of I wonder if it is a sexual fetish of like reliving high school bullying as a and then
There absolutely is.
I don't need to be in that headspace right now.
People have a humiliation kink. That's one of the more common
I know
ones.
that, but very specifically like that sort of bullying. But
Yeah, hello, context wrench.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing all right, but like, I think the thing on my mind that's been on my mind is just I think it was FD Signifier. I can't remember the talk about prison and you know, all the like, because protesters get put in prison, and I think it was Black Panther group started in prison. I think it was FD Signifier. We
Sounds
did
like
a whole
him.
video on that.
If
But it's
that
really
isn't-
interesting because you look at the working age population, like if you look at the numbers, there's like 50 to 60 million people in the working age population who are unemployed or who are not working for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember, unemployment numbers only count people who are still looking for work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, again, I'm actually anti-work. If people choose not to work, that should be fine too. It's unfortunate with like our current situation, with the current system of capitalism, in this world, that's like if you don't work, how can you afford rent and all? It's like in any context, rent. And I'll repeat this in case you didn't catch that. Yes, this is a viewer call-in show. What are the odds?
Or viewer join-in show, not a call-in show. You can just hop in and stay as long as you want.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
Hey,
true.
if you do just want to pop in for a quick question, that's fine too.
Yes,
Or you can
yes,
just
yes.
pop in, say hi, and leave.
Yes. So there's
We
it
definitely
was
didn't
after
have
you-
that happen right at the beginning.
So the Zoom link in order to join is in the Discord as well. So it's like, yes, if you want to like chat about like whatever it is that's like a special interest is yours. Like if you don't think, yeah, go ahead. I mean, I'm just like shooting the shit and just like relaxing here as it were too, because like I'm fine for the most part. Just like. Yeah, typical Sunday. It's like, again, we had an interesting conversation on the Steve Sharp's Patreon Hangout as well that, yeah, Kirok has alluded to as well, too. Yeah, talk about cops and all, and, like, why people should just comply, and then the reactions to that statement as well. I just leave it at that.
When he first said that, the first thing I thought was, you know, I've seen lots of, like, examples of people in marginalized communities essentially teaching their kids like, yeah, don't talk back to the cops, they'll fucking kill you. And I thought that's what he was referring to, like as a defense mechanism, not
That
just
they
like
should.
as a justification for it happened because they didn't comply, you know.
Yeah,
Say it again, Joey.
Yep, 1312 ACAB. All cats are beautiful, as well. But that is kind of like, and I think I even like Steve and the others like touch on it as well. The fact that like we are kind of conditioning ourselves to comply to like a authority, as it were. I kind of like psychologically or like politically have like issue with that. Is like, why are we doing that, as it were? Why did we give up that power to like someone else, as it were, too? That's my question to those who like to make that statement, as it were, like that it is compliant. So
Well, if you must know, the FD Signifier video that it's referencing, it's section off, and the first is intro statement of purpose, and the second is how/why we give police power. So like,
even Steve mentioned that this word is because like the police only have the power because of like we gave them power too. If we actually stand up in like mass against them, or just like in a Bug's Life, as it were, there was a million, thousands, hundreds thousands of those ants, as it were. They can easily stand up to the cockroaches, the grasshoppers.
Unfortunately, only a few hundred people want to stand up to the termites.
Mm-hmm. That's the kind of the problem. In a fucked up world, obedience sucks. Yes, exactly. And we are in a fucked up world, but yet, liberals and people who are pro-state, as it were, say that like, oh, no, we need the cops, or we need this like authority, we need this like legal system because like it will be chaos and mayhem without the state and without the cops, as it were. But this chaos and mayhem now, even with the cops and with the state, as it were. So,
Well, and we already have, it's much like a lot of problems, it's actually negatively affecting everyone because like all cops are essentially bastards, and the ones who aren't usually get fired or leave being police. But like on top of that, there's they get screwed over too because they have like everything. They're taught only how to like kill people, and then they're expected to do everything else.
yeah.
Yep. And they're not just taught that; they're encouraged to do it. They're allowed to get away with it. I mean, they say the most awful shit, and the people who quit, the quote unquote good ones, they quit, they get drummed out, or they're left in fatal situations because they don't want to change. They like being the way they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Contest Right says compliance training is a problem, but personal safety is an issue too. And then this was brought up, but soldiers in war times, they're held to a higher standard apparently than like cops right now. And Nick Anderson will always bring up this example.
Definitely a higher standard, but I would not go as far as Steve said, where to say that they are always what do you call it? Treated correctly, held accountable for their actions, because that is definitely not the case.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I think like what we have done in Iraq, as or by many soldiers, as where it's like it's still being like tried right now as well. And then there's also like the times where it's not the U.S. military, but like something like Eric Prince's like Black Ops. Yeah, exactly.
Mercenaries.
Blackwater, yes. Well, mercenaries.
Yeah, and then you have stuff like back in the 90s where there were essentially grouped up problems of military versus, like, if any personnel is found to be gay or something, or possibly gay, or possibly trans, there was a risk of them getting killed off by other soldiers, essentially. Or dealt with in some sort of way by other soldiers. So, like, the military has always had some fucked up elements.
I used to know this. It was essentially a play on one of the discharge terms when a certain feature of a soldier was found inappropriate by fellow soldiers, where essentially they would torment and torture them until they left the service.
No, I'm not. I can't think of the term here.
Other than honorable, there's dishonorable discharge.
Oh no, it wasn't like an official designation. It was
getting drummed out.
I don't know. I
Speaking of like which firearm officers in the UK have been like charged with murder over the killing of an unarmed man, and now lots of other firearm officers are handling their ticket to carry over.
Yeah, they're protesting being held accountable.
As police officers often do. Again, like in New York. I forget what year it is, but the blue flu, as it were, the police officers who were the NYPD who was like protesting of like there's restrictions on them as well, and that was also brought up in the Patreon hangout that like police officers often hate like citizens oversee audit boards or like accountability boards and that sort of thing. They'll fight that every single time. But like in New York, when like sit out or call out, where a police officer just blew through, just going sick for an entire week, did not do their job, or something like that. The opposite effect happened. That people would think that crime would go up, but the police officer's not doing their job. The opposite happened. The crime went down. Violent crimes even went down. So it's just like they're here to protect us, as well. But like if they're not there, crime goes down. What does that say about the police?
Well, it also always has like frustrated me that the police, especially when the protest is for something that happens within the, essentially, how do I phrase this? The police,
Jurisdiction?
when the police are the people who are policing a protest against the policed, that's a little bit of a conflict of interest.
And what we find is over and over and over again, they're the ones starting the violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just comes
of
down
course
to
they
who are
are.
they protecting us from? Mostly them.
And
Well-
especially because like anytime there's violence and it can be like covered up and they can take the cameras, it always is pointed off that that's not that they weren't the ones that started it and caused it.
Well, I mean, they're not legally obligated to protect and serve anyone but like corporations.
Yeah. They're here to protect
or
property.
landowners.
They protect property, they serve the rich. That's
Yeah.
all they're for.
And again, yeah, they're often are put in situations or the first one to respond to like many situations they're not trained for, as where someone with a mental illness distress or domestic disturbances or even like rustling at a bar or something like that, because like some people are just getting rowdy as were too.
Well, I would say that showing up and murdering mentally ill and the poor is what they were trained to do. But
no, true, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they are the eugenics arm of the U.S. government. That's
This is why I'm as anarchist and John as an anarchist who were against the state as were, because like the state owns the monopoly on like sanctioned violence as well too, and the police are the ones that carry out the violence domestically, with the military carrying it out internationally as well too. America First and all, which also was actually came up on like the Patreon hangout just not that long ago, because like our friend Vladimir Bobacat17 was able to join us. I got the link and like give it to Bobacat so he can say, "Oh hey, how is it doing?" And he's like married now, so like congrats to Bobacat for 50 points to guess the color of the victim. How many guesses do I got?
Yeah, so like no, this is why we need to start up an inclusive new Black Panther party, Black Panther equivalent or whatnot.
isn't that
that's
BLM?
more
Oh no, BLM isn't carrying weapons. It should be.
that's what I'm saying. You have like 60 million people who aren't working for whatever reason. You have more guns than people, and a lot of people. There's a whole sort of propaganda wing of like hating criminals and loving cops. So there's the propaganda thing. If you can get rid of some of the propaganda attitude and unionize people who have been to prison or whatever, and get some community action organizing, there is some potential there, because 10 million people, even 5 million people is a lot. There's like a couple million in the military. There might be 5 million people in the military, but like I don't think there's.
And if you don't want to get out guns, at least get out your cameras. I mean, as much as as much as it doesn't completely stop them, it definitely reduces murders.
Although
when
they'll
it
also
doesn't-
assault you and break your phone
Yeah.
because they don't want to be recorded.
I mean, if you get enough people, there's only so much they can do. But still,
Yeah. And also,
Yeah,
you should live stream it. Don't just record it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, and the thing is, unfortunately, it needs to get picked up and framed the right way to get massive action by it. George Floyd was not the first person I've seen video of getting shot by cops in Minneapolis. Like, it was like a year ago or so that there was like another major one, but yeah.
Let's see. Second Thought recently did a video on that, talking about how Derek Chauvin had multiple incidents of that sort of violence, and
Excessive force.
talking about how The Minneapolis Police Department only has like 529 members. And they have like thousands of. Yeah. Yeah, you spelled it right. But it's just, they're a racist gang. They're a violent racist gang. All cops are
Yeah.
far right-wing racist gangs.
Some like police departments, like the LA Police Department, has like specifically went out to like find like white supremacists in order to join their ranks or like become like the gang run of their division, as it were, for like a lot of different things. I'm sure like Limpy, if she's in the chat as well, she's probably doing praxis right now. It has like a lot of things to say about that. It's just like she lives in that area.
You're right, it should never have happened, but the fact is that that's what cops are for. That's what they were founded for.
Yep, in the South they were founded as like a slave patrol, and like
Up north it was to suppress immigrants.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's I'll say
Hey,
the only
Judy's here.
the only thing that what do you call it is the saying all cops are bad isn't or all cops are bastards isn't wrong because it what do you call it that it isn't all of them. The problem is the phrasing is individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Like to say that is almost like to say that okay, then if we just fired all of the cops and got new cops, it's like no, the system is what's broken. I can't think of a better slogan. It's a great fun slogan.
Fuck the police.
That's
Fuck policing.
that's,
Policing is bad, but
yeah.
the fact is that if you become a cop, then what you're doing is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave
and
might be a great guy, but Officer Smith is an asshole. He's a
And
racist,
that-
white supremacist enforcer of violence. I mean, just because he's a cop. No matter what he's like off duty, which is probably 40% bad.
Julie, we can't hear you if you're trying to talk.
No.
Okay,
There we go. Hi, Julie.
Hi.
Well, I was making sure that like there's nothing wrong with that.
I wanted to let you finish.
Okay.
So, are French cops also white supremacist, violent pieces of shit?
Yeah. Recently, they killed a 17-year-old boy because he was driving without a license.
Mm-hmm.
So they shot him in the head by the window of the car, because why not? There was riots all over it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I did hear about those riots. Yeah. So yeah.
I don't follow, the news, so normally I wouldn't have known about it, but
When there's riots, it's harder to miss.
my now husband does follow the news, and since he's North African too, he told me about
Oh,
it.
I was going to guess that the kid was...
What?
Oh yeah, he was Algerian from
The police are racist in France too. Weird.
Yeah, I know.
Remember,
Racist cops in,
there were a lot
in a
of fishy.
colonial power, Shocking.
Shock.
So Julie, how you been?
Well,
How was the honeymoon?
Fine. Oh, that was fun. It wasn't really a honeymoon. It was to be by ourselves because I'm still living at Flora's,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the bed was really uncomfortable. And TMI, we broke it twice.
So you didn't. So you're saying you didn't spend a month alone with Mead?
With what?
Mead.
The initial why it's referred to as honeymoon is after
That's
marriage.
the thing I've heard, but I heard it on the internet, so I don't know if it's
it
true.
was supposed to be 1 month?
Yeah, a full moon cycle. A full moon
No,
cycle.
we spent 4 days together, and he went back to Lyon, where he's housed for now because he still doesn't have his papers.
Right.
So we're waiting for his what do you call it? Residency permit.
Mhm. Yeah.
So it's been, we have done the all the necessary steps. So,
Yeah.
and now we are waiting for social housing because
Mhm.
since he can't work yet,
Okay.
and I can't work, period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be. Apparently, I'm going to have an answer for my disability application too soon.
That's good.
I made
It should be good.
The application was made 20 months ago now. No, not 20. 14 months ago. So 1 year and 2 months ago. So
Yeah.
apparently they have a commission in November. So I should know.
Mm.
I should qualify because diabetes now. So yeah.
Oh.
I guess I'm lucky I have diabetes because they don't give benefits to people with fibromyalgia, you know.
Yes.
Oh.
Diabetes.
It's a fake illness, you know. Only women have it. That must be something for pussies, you know.
Also, I wanted to say I like the image that's up. Guillotine has the hungies for politicians.
Yes,
I just-
guillotine. I love it.
Speaking of Flora, and this is the 250th episode of Social Justice Alchemy. My God, we have gone on for this long, and
Yeah.
some of the people who do make it possible, well, first of all, our viewers, like Joe Glory and Osman and Dark, and as well as like everyone in the chat right now, but also like the patrons, people for some reason.
Wait, what the fuck picture did you put on my face?
I see it now.
Sometimes you just have to put a bow tie in your chicken hat and get on with life as best as you can.
I just had to put in full screen to be able to read.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like me, but I like the hat.
That is a nice hat, and I don't have a hat like that. I swear, I don't have a chicken and a bow tie hat, unfortunately, or a chicken hat. Probably should get on that. So anyway, but to thank our patrons who for some reason give us money each month as we're, and thank for doing stuff. But like as scrolling down on the bottom is we're Vonrak, Ely, Mithro, hey Mithro, the sexual scholar, Flora, thank you Flora, the fuckboys, of course, Stack Noise, him, and of course Jumbo Glory as we're. Thank you so much for giving us money. We at least have to pay. John Brockman at least has to pay for the Zoom call as it were too. And then
boys. It's you and Mehmet, right?
Yes.
Right, it is. Oh, Marty! I almost forgot Marty. Thank you, Marty and Von Rack, in case I forgot to thank Von Rack, but thank you, Marty, as well. Like, all of you are precious to us. So we are, like, love you, cherish you. You are all friends of ours, so you give us money so that at least the Zoom call is paid for as well, too. And then, like, whatever we don't make, or whatever John Brockman doesn't keep for himself, I don't know if he does, goes to Phoenix as well.
Most of it goes to Phoenix at the moment.
Yeah, thank you, patrons. Thanks to you, John was able to host a Zoom call for some friends to come to my virtual wedding.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
That didn't exactly work out like I wanted to, but
I'm not surprised
because
that French...
internet in the countryside is shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
unfortunately.
I live in a village there where there's like
Oh,
500
you're the witch.
inhabitants. Stops. No, we are the lesbians. Laura and I. She's
Nope,
the
you are
transsexual.
the-
I mean-
I am the we are the lesbians, and now I am the wife of the Arab.
And how are you still not the witches?
I was say you keep talking, but I keep hearing you just say I'm the witch over and over again.
Yes. I mean, the kids still come over for Halloween, so because we are about the only adults who dress up, I guess, to give candy.
Yeah.
Last year, I traumatized them with my zombie costume. that was way, way, way too realistic.
Nice. See, dressing up is fun as well. We should do it more.
Oh, I
often.
love it. I love it.
I don't. It wasn't really a zombie costume, but it had a lot of the same notes, and I really loved it. I wore an old suit, and I beat it up a bit, and grabbed some like fishing or like fish.
Fishnet stockings.
No. Like stuff you'd put in a fish aquarium, and like made it look like I had been drowned, and then I got a couple of,
Coral.
then I got a couple of
Oh, seaweed.
potting foam blocks that I spray painted to look like cement blocks that
I can
that I
show
put
you
on
a
my feet.
picture.
Oh.
Can you allow me to share my screen, John?
Sure.
So I can show my scary zombie face.
You can now share.
Okay. Where is it? Image, photo. I can't find it.
I do enjoy like a good costume where it's just like
Still-
it's silly, but it's a pun because like I think it actually was one of my plant manager at. It's like a bunch of tiny little cereal boxes as were all taped onto him as were, and some of which
Serial
would
killer.
hold. Yeah, yes, exactly. Serial killer.
Oh, I protest.
You protest a pun costume as a pun.
Or you could, put on a suit and have a whole bunch of different
Shameful.
laws taped all over it.
Lawsuit.
That's shameful. Oh,
My brain was slow with that one.
my husband wants to dress up as Hitman, but he's not white enough.
And isn't Hitman also bald?
Yeah, number 47.
Yeah, but like that shouldn't matter necessarily for costumes, so long as you're not like
No, it's a
going
joke.
like blackface or. Well,
Every time he tells me about a costume, it's always someone white because he likes video games and stuff like that, and it's often white people. He loves the guy
it's
from.
usually somebody white.
Yeah, he loves his favorite character ever is the guy from the zombie game.
The zombie
Frank
game.
West?
No, the movie with Mila Jovovich. What's the name?
Oh,
Resident Evil.
Oh, Resident Evil.
Yes, he loved the
what's
blonde guy
Chris-
from
Oh, Albert Wesker.
the blonde guy from Resident Evil. 4.
Albert Wesker.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that the bad?
No, Leon Kennedy. Leon Kennedy's a good guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the good guy.
Or was Chris the blonde one? I forget who's the blonde one.
No, Leon Kennedy's the blonde one.
It's
and
Leon,
he's
yes, that's
Yes.
the name.
He should play
And
Assassin's
so-
Creed. Those people none of them are white in Assassin's
I know
Creed.
he's very excited for the next Mirage, the
Mirage,
next that's
yeah,
coming
yeah.
because it's in Baghdad, so the
Oh,
hero is an Arab guy.
Mhm. Well, so was the original.
Yep.
But, like, he was
And then
original.
and then Assassin's Creed 2, you had Ezio Auditore, Italian, also not white.
Depends on who you ask, but yes.
Yeah, because like in America, you're white.
I was saying.
Now
and
you
then,
are.
And then Connor
mean-
wasn't white.
Even Jesus is white in America.
Yes, Jesus, the original whitewashed character.
Straight out of the Garden of
Palesti-
Sweden.
You know, that Palestinian guy.
Yes, exactly.
He's white with blue eyes and
Yeah.
see.
blonde hair.
Number 3, it's in Native American. A Mohawk, in fact. Well, half a
Honestly, 2 was the last one I put.
Really?
Mohawk.
Oh, that's cool.
And Rogue, it was a white guy.
Yeah.
Let's
And
see, 4,
Valhalla
also
too,
a white guy.
Of course.
But Hella has
Yep.
to be like a white guy.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely. Then let's see, there was the Egyptian one. Not white.
Yeah,
The
as it
Egyptian.
should be, because like we had too many like white people
Okay,
like creating
I can
Egyptians in like movies
But
before.
finally share my screen.
Alas, I internally boycott Activision Blizzard and Ubisoft.
There.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Well done. No wonder they were
Nice.
scared.
Oh,
You look fucked
that's
up.
really good.
I did that with toilet paper and white glue. Like this.
Nice.
And makeup. Just makeup.
Wow.
How did you?
You put
how
toilet
did you
paper
get
in your
the-
eye. That's impressive.
No, not in my eye, John. I didn't keep that in my eyes. They're really uncomfortable. Those ones.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's disgusting, right? I love it.
Oh yeah.
What did you want to say, Joe?
Oh, I was curious how you did the bone effect right here.
Oh, it's toilet paper with white glue,
Oh,
like
nice.
Elmer's glue.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah, my skin didn't like it.
I can imagine that.
Mhm.
So I put like eyeshadow, the red eyeshadow, and I keep it looking wet with lip gloss. That's pretty disgusting looking.
I imagine so.
It looked really putrescent, And when Flora opened the door, it was funny because she was like a vampire, but a girly vampire, a goth girl. So no really reactions from the kids, but when I opened the door, oh, mommy, what's wrong with her face? I was like, don't worry, it's makeup.
It's you know what? Okay, you remind me listening to the commentary of the first Blade movie is where Don and Loke, who was like when his like in the vampire in the old makeup as a burn victim, as it were, he broke his leg on set, and so they like had to like bring him to the emergency room to like get his leg
boy.
but he still had the makeup on as like a burnt vampire, as it were.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh my god, it's not burn victim. It's alive. Oh my god, it's like no, wait, trust me.
No, this isn't the problem. Just the leg.
It's makeup. We're doing a movie. He just broke his leg, is what we're doing.
Oh, that's funny.
Or like Rebecca Romaine Stamos when she was like doing X-Men as well as Mystique. Rebecca Romaine.
She played Mystique.
Okay, Mystique, yes.
Yeah, she just decided to like with the full body makeup on as we're going to like the day spa or like a cleaning place, and like she like they didn't tell her that she's like wearing makeup in the whole, but the Vietnamese woman that she tells us where they were going, oh, you dirty girl, you gotta come here more often, you dirty girl, we gotta watch it, Thomas, or and so trying to wash off the like Mystique makeup as it were.
Cannot imagine being so dirty that your skin is blue.
People are weird.
Yeah.
Well, now my brain is like, is this a racism?
I think it's weirdism at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was just
Like, don't get me wrong. Because of my work, I've seen people that haven't, been on the street for a long time and haven't cleaned themselves off in like months, and like to the point that when we finally were able to convince them to go in the shower, they looked like they were a different skin color.
Yeah,
but
they're not blue.
But never blue. Cannot imagine thinking a person's so dirty that they're blue.
And ironically, Ben Shapiro's wife. Ironically, Ben Shapiro's wife would probably fail to recognize that blue skin is a sign of a disease.
Oh god.
Well, no. I mean that
She
was
thinks vaginas are supposed to be dry, so.
Well, okay, but like, but wait. This is from Ben Shapiro's version of the story.
Yeah.
They're like, we have to understand.
I mean, she married
like,
him.
he was.
So.
Yeah,
She cannot be a very
he's
intelligent
like-
person.
Yes, dear.
He's like, but it's always dry.
It's completely.
And she's like, no,
it's
no,
completely
it's supposed
abnormal.
to be dry. Don't worry about it. And then kept doubling down on that. And
That's
Either that or they're so stupid they don't understand the concept of hyperbole.
Or it's like, or maybe Ben Shapiro's wife is still telling him that like, yes, it's okay. It happens to a lot of guys. Don't worry, it's not a big deal.
you're a very big size.
Yes, please, people with a vagina. If it's not wet, don't try to use lube. It's not good for you. Otherwise.
Water-based
You're-
lube too.
You're actually supposed to measure from the top of your hip to determine dick size. So,
If you measure from the asshole, I mean, that's all the way up on top of his, at the bottom of his head, you know?
it's fine. Any
What's that-
picture you've
what-
seen that's different, it's
What's
just
that about the
Photoshop.
dick size?
Where are you supposed to
Measure
measure
it
it
from
from?
what
If you measure it from behind,
No, from the base, from the top. Right?
yes,
Oh yeah,
but
no, it's just we're making fun of Ben Shapiro and
Oh,
essentially saying
him
that
again.
his yeah we're
Him
saying
still.
that his wife tells him
you can measure from different places to make it big.
I mean,
telling him lies.
hey,
Oh.
there's no need.
Oh,
to,
okay.
There's no need to insinuate that Ben Shapiro has a small penis.
He's a Kindle.
I mean, he is a very selfish person. He could easily have a perfectly good penis and leave women unsatisfied.
I mean, small
Oh, yeah,
penises
no,
are
it's
perfectly good penises, though. It's
It's about how
the way you
use it.
use it. The G spot is 5 centimeters, 2 inches inside the vagina. You don't need a huge dick to pleasure a woman. You just need to know how to use it.
Well, technically, you don't need a dick at all. You're just fingers. But like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or totally.
it's like, but like even there's probably different ways that
Let
like
me say, to please
that like micro
a person
penises
with
could
your
like
penis.
make things
Yes.
even better for sexual stuff. Like it it is definitely how you use it, and there's lots of ways for
Yeah,
penises
right.
of any size to
Look,
to
when I
create very
was
good
like
experiences.
20, I was with a guy who had a huge dick. I mean, huge.
I'm so glad you're joining the stream again.
It was just not possible to have sex with him. I'm 5'2", okay?
Yeah.
I can't take a fucking 4 inches dick. I can't. It's physically not possible.
Well, let's
And
just
we
be
have-
honest. The problem with Ben Shapiro's penis is that it's Ben Shapiro's penis.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
definitely.
what I'm saying. Like, there's no need to make jokes about size. He's a
Yes.
selfish fan. I am positive he's a selfish lover.
It's an instinct to if you're trying to insult someone, there is the instinct that
No,
I
no,
have
I
to
get it. I
insult
get
someone
it.
in a way that they would find
That they would
hurtful.
Yes. Yes. But the fact that he thinks vaginas are supposed to be dry is a joke in itself. You don't need to joke about it. I mean, that man saved my mental sanity with that bit about
Oh my
What?
uh,
That's P
WAP.
word. P word.
wet ass P word. He saved my sanity that year. Thank you, Ben Shapiro, for being such a fucking moron.
How do you do a spoken word version of a rap song?
I don't know. Ask William Shatner.
Now, Christopher Lee, metal as hell, and he does perform the metal songs, but in the Christopher Lee way, is where.
My sexual orientation is the cast of the Mummy. Yeah, me too.
so pretty. They're all so
They're
pretty.
all beautiful, yeah.
and
And
they're-
Brendan
and they're-
Fraser is a very good person. I don't know about the others,
And
but
they're all pretty in such different ways. It's delightful.
yeah.
I've heard Billy Zane's a decent guy. He's always playing
And the-
villains, but, you know.
And the Arabs are actually Arabs.
hmm
Thank you, the Mummy. They're not white guys made up as to look Middle Eastern or North African. Yay!
Except maybe Billy Zane.
I don't know.
Billy
don't
Zane
know,
played
I
the mummy.
think- Yeah, I know, but
He's South
I'm
African.
pretty sure he has a mixed race background. No,
I think
It
so.
doesn't
Yeah, yeah.
look-
He
He
oh
doesn't
my
look
god!
white.
In this picture, he looks exactly like George Clooney.
Mm.
I'll go ahead and throw that up on
Yeah,
screen.
I'm
real
pretty
quick.
sure he's half black or something like that. No,
I think high up.
He doesn't have a white
His
guy's
parents
face.
are of Greek descent, and the family
Yeah,
surname
not
was
white.
Zenith. Yeah.
If you think
The-
Greek people are white, ask Europeans.
Well, okay, but like here's the thing.
But look at that picture and tell me that that's not George Clooney.
Which one?
It's on the screen if you
Not
look on
up
the
yet.
stream.
Here's the thing.
Or it
Like-
will be in a second.
Oh yes.
Okay, that is funny. But like, here's the thing. What means to be white is always moving towards. It branches out from
It's a social contract, so it
England,
changes.
France, and Germany,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and essentially depending on what country you're in, who gets considered white changes depending on if the number of English, European, and German people drop below a certain point, they just add to who counts as white. That's why Irish people.
Oh no, I know.
are-
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. So like,
it's probably
so
we're pro-
Greek
we're pro-
people are pretty white in America, but
As
not
Joey's just said as well.
in a lot of Europe. No.
Yeah. In Europe, if you're east of Italy, you're not white.
Yeah,
I mean,
whiteness.
Well,
yeah.
east
I mean,
of
being white-
Austria.
as opposed to an Anglo-Saxon or something, is basically a early mid 20th century invention here in the U.S. I think.
Of course.
Well, actually, I take that back.
I
I
don't
think
know.
they're
That's a US
grades.
invention. But...
I think there's like lesser white, and I get the feeling that Eastern Europeans, because there's a big difference between Syrian refugees and Eastern European refugees.
Mhm.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
there is still a
not
distinction.
in France. They're still treated the same in France. I guarantee
Oh.
you.
Oh well,
Fucking
I was
Vichy
hearing
patches.
about England. I'm not sure they're treated the same in England, because. But
Oh,
yeah,
England,
maybe in
no,
France.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
Metro,
not.
you're from England. You can probably speak on that as well. And only if you want to join in the hangout as well.
Well, he keeps
But yeah.
disappearing. He's taking care of his grandson, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah, that's
European.
how white in America.
Well done, Metro. I'm not European anymore, so I have no opinions on the Greeks.
He's right. They decided to not be European anymore.
Bloody continentals.
And let me tell you something, Mithril. As someone who used to buy a lot of shit in the UK, I'm so pissed with fucking Brexit. Everything is so expensive now because of customs. I hate Brexiters.
Well, yeah.
I had to find another way of getting yarn because the best yarn it comes from the UK in Europe, you know.
Of course. Because all it does there is rain. And therefore, it grows nothing but grass. And therefore, they have all the sheep.
I think that's mainly because they are the ones who have the best relationship with the US, and a lot of good brand comes from the US, so they have the most competitive prices.
No, I think it's because they're fucking sheep.
Fucking sheep, as in they are
They are having
as in
sexual
they're sheep.
relations with sheep.
That was
They're sheep fuckers.
that was gonna be my joke, but I thought it was too off color. Just
That's
Too
all
off
we
color.
have, though.
Do you know where you are, Joe?
this yarn is so good. You can tell that the farmer really loved his sheep.
Yeah, you can tell because of how white the yarn is. It's just a creamy white color, and
This yarn smells funny.
The yarn seems to have more protein.
it's got the right amount
Welcome
of
to the
thickness in
250th
yarn.
episode of Suggestions Alchemy.
You're going too far, babes. Do not spoil yarn for me, please. I already
You ever
like
tried knitting
the
something and you
ones
just
with
finish a little too
silk in
quickly?
it, and everyone tells you it's a butterfly poop. Stop it.
What?
Some people say vegans say silk is butterfly poop.
No, it's worm poop.
Yeah,
exactly.
but it's soon to be butterflies, you know. And it's not
Yeah.
poop; it's more like vomit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I don't care. It's
No,
fucking
these are actually
creamy.
moths. They're not butterflies, they're moths.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
We call them the
Yeah.
same in French.
Okay, yeah. Sheep jizz alchemy is like folks.
It's not sheep jizz, it's jizzing in sheep.
Yeah.
Do you always end up talking about gross sex stuff when I'm not here?
Not always.
This is the first time
in fact,
Am I the problem here?
I don't.
Well, I
think
mean,
so.
everyone knows the French are
I'm
into
not-
weird sex things, so yes.
That's
Well, I
true.
mean, like,
hey,
I
don't
think
kink
it's, I think
shame,
it's
okay?
a collaboration. I think this group just happens to be the right group for like the worst.
I don't know. Jonathan is pretty ace, right?
Yeah.
I might be. I don't know. I have to actually look into that. As we're, I've never been in a serious relationship. I'm still a virgin. I've been on a couple of dates, but I'm not sure if that's because of like potential asexuality or not. It's possible.
I definitely am, but that's why I can easily mentally separate from it and just like just be like, this is funny.
Yeah. I thought I was for a long time, but I changed my mind.
Well, when you meet a
Yeah,
guy as
that's
pretty as
cool.
your husband.
Yeah. Before him, I was either alone and not interested, or in a relationship with a guy for 15 years, and I realized maybe we weren't meant to be with each other because sexual chemistry was really not here.
Ah.
Well,
But,
yeah,
but
the-
not. I mean, he's pretty, but I've met a lot of pretty men, and there, no chemistry, you know. So oh, okay,
Well-
I'm ace. I'm okay with that. But
Well, but-
then, I started to fantasize about some women, some men, and I'm pretty sure I'm pansexual, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
lazy.
That's probably me too, honestly. I would love to go on
Relationships are tiring. You know?
That's it. I'm not asexual. I'm just lazy.
I need a shirt with that written on it.
Yeah, put that on a shirt. I'm not asexual. I'm just lazy.
I still like the colors better of the asexual flag, so I'm still going to use it because the pansexual flag is fugly.
I identify as deserving a better flag.
Yes.
Wonder if the pansexual flag is like that because only people that can love everything love the pansexual flag.
Okay, that's actually really good.
Bisexual flag. I think the bisexual flag's really good, even though it's
yeah, the bi flag is good, and the aromantic flag is really nice too.
Yeah, actually, the romantic flag is really nice. We're just now going off of which queer flags are great and awesome too. Trans flag is it's solid as it were. And
I really like the colors of the trans flag. Really, really nice, muted.
soft colors. Yeah.
Really?
Nice
Baby
pastels.
blue and baby pink. I hate the trans flag.
I love it.
Oh,
It's baby colors.
So
Well,
you
now
must
you
hate
You would
Easter.
find on a baby blanket, you know.
so you hate babies is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I don't really like babies.
Yeah.
Look, I'm almost 45 and I am a cis woman and I never had babies. So
Well, yeah. Well, you could not have babies and still be fine, still enjoy babies.
no. I like children, but I don't like babies and teenagers. So I decided not to have kids because I can't have them at 3 and give them back at 12.
Well, yeah, yeah. This is why this is why you.
Well, I mean,
need a
depending on what
village
laws
to
you're willing to break, you
raise a
could do
child.
that.
No.
This is why you need a village to raise a child. So
I'm
you
a
can,
good
just
person.
hand them over to a different villager during the wrong.
Here,
age
you
group.
take care of this.
This is
Also,
noisy
kids
and
get-
sticky. You take it.
Kids,
Yeah, I'll
There are
visit
people
once in
who
a
like
while.
babies but not children, but I'm pretty sure no one likes teenagers. Even teenagers don't like teenagers. Do you remember when you were a teenager?
especially other teenagers.
Yeah. Teenagers are awful.
Oh. Yeah, they kind of are.
Yeah. Oh god, middle school.
And I
high
say
school.
that remembering myself as a teenager mainly.
Yeah, I was the fucking worst when I was a teenager.
Same.
I
I was
wasn't the
such a
worst.
bitch.
I was a
I
randroid.
wasn't the worst, but that was only because I was too depressed to be the worst. Dysphoria was mean.
No,
Probably a
yeah.
factor.
So your aesthetic hasn't changed.
Mine since teenage years.
Yep.
No, I started to get teenage years aesthetics recently. Before then, it was borderline homeless looking aesthetics. Just like avoidance trench coat. I suppose I wear trench coats, so I was like probably. I wonder if I wonder how I was able to get away with that. Well, no, probably
After
'cause I was
Columbine.
white. Yeah, because it was after Columbine. I wore a trench coat all the time, in and out of school.
Every time I think back of you and your guns, I'm always, what the fuck is this country?
That's a good question, honestly.
These days, yeah, there's a politician who's trying to forbid abaya in schools. So a dress.
Yep.
Yeah,
We do have politicians trying to ban the Democratic Party.
Yeah, and women.
Mm-hmm.
And queers. And everyone who's not a white man.
Yep.
Well, and anyone below the age of 25 or whatever. Look, the Republican Party is getting desperate.
They're fascist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
at
because
We
this point.
can't change our policies. We just have to make it so less and less people can vote.
Mm-hmm.
please tell me if I'm crazy or not. But 25 years ago, they were not as crazy as they are now.
They
right?
they were as
normal.
crazy. They were just still wearing the mask.
Okay.
It's a mixture of things. So like they were incredibly racist. They set up the policies that built things up to fascism.
Of course,
I
they're
don't think they
racist.
wanted.
They're white Americans. So, yeah.
Well, I don't
What's his
think
name?
they-
Nixon
no.
started.
Like there were plenty of people in the KKK who were major Republican political figures. They
David
built
Duke
up
ran for
a-
governor and almost won in Louisiana. Grand Wizard of the KKK.
Yeah, no, it's very much they build things up. It's one of those things. I don't think they necessarily always see the end goal of fascism, so they built up further and further towards like authoritarian fascist government or whatnot.
Yeah,
but,
because
like,
I remember
they
like
don't-
20, 25 years ago, it was obvious they were right wing, but they didn't seem as
Well, no, they
fashy
stuck.
as they are now. You know.
Yeah,
Well, no,
they-
they created a policy, and like 25 years ago, they were like, no, this is going to be our policies. We are not going to move. We're not going to budge from these policies. We're going to build stuff up, a movement to try to get rid of abortion. The abortion ban that was set up 25 years ago. That was 100%. That's been the plan.
It was
since
set up 50
Reagan,
years
so
ago.
further. Yeah. What Reagan. set
Nixon
up a lot
created
of
the
this
modern
stuff.
Republican Party. Reagan cemented it with the far right wing white evangelical movement, the KKK. And that's when it became incredibly racist. But it wasn't cemented until the early 90s under Gingrich. Because it took a while for the Republicans to learn that they were the racist party now and to get rid of all the semi-decent liberal progressives that have remained after
Like
Goldwater.
Schwarzenegger, you mean?
Yeah. That was actually like brought up in like a C-Size Patreon hangouts. Well, another part of the discussion. I wish I could have like brought up because we were talking about like how like the fascist party, the Republicans, are just now mascots as were too. With like John, you mentioned it like with Richard Nixon, because we mentioned Richard Nixon somehow did some good things like ended the draft and like the EPA, but like he did that because that benefits white people. So we're now the party is more just like we're against all the non-white people or all the people that are not within their narrow definition of what is a person of a cis white person as were too.
Nixon accidentally discovered the chocolate and peanut butter of fascism in the U.S. Wealthy donors who don't give a shit who gets hurt so long as the right people get rich, and racist voters who don't get hurt who gets rich so long as the right people get hurt.
High context range.
Hey, Rich.
There.
Gotta move Julie's picture.
Remove that picture for fuck's sake.
All right, I'll find you something more French.
Yes, find. Oh my god, more French than a rooster.
There we go.
Yeah,
If
there's.
it's Macron, I'm leaving.
You did that to Mithril. You put Kirsten on Mithril.
Let's see. Ooh, I know. Inspector Clouseau.
It's been a long time since I've seen those.
Oh, okay, yeah, approve. I'm way fatter than that, but
So, hey, Context Press, how are you doing? No, we can hear you. We can't hear you if you're talking.
Yeah.
Grandson, I got his Jones on and say he was really Cody ever since they just said I loathe my pubescence. It was took everything I had to last through my two children's puberties. I was happy I had and have helped them though. I love babies though. Babies and toddlers rule. Haha. LOL. Oh yes, after the vaccines they get grumpy as fuck. I do too, but at least I'm used to it now. It's oh yeah, my children, yeah, getting the vaccinations to a young child like that does suck. It would suck for me because the MMR shop is egg based, and I'm allergic to eggs. The doctors didn't. Yeah, the doctors did not know that time when I was a child too. I was sick for 6 months, and so they had no clue what was wrong with me. I wasn't keeping food down, as it were. I wasn't getting any.
oh, you give them the good routine. That's the only kawaii thing I allow.
Only kawaii approved, approved kawaii things is guillotines, as were.
Guillotine.
Well, they were popularized in France and in the right period to be popularized.
What, guillotines?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you had the electric chair, we had the guillotine,
Yeah.
Until we abolished the death sentence, we were actually using a fucking guillotine.
Well, yeah, but the electric chair has only been used by
Against the poor?
racists. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I
to
know.
give extra
And the guillotine was
excuse-
designed to be humane. The electric chair was designed to be inhumane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least if the blade is actually
Sharp
cutting
and heavy.
enough, sharp. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's quick, at
Mhm.
least. It's
Yeah.
not pretty though. I wouldn't call it humane,
Well, yeah, but
Unless it's the aristocrats, but
yeah. Well, that's what
Well, they're not
popular
humans.
for.
Yeah.
compared to hanging a little bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, Kirak, don't feel bad me being allergic to eggs. I just don't know what they taste like, as it were. I just it's just I don't have experience eating a lot of cakes or donuts or pastries or things related to eggs because I can't enjoy them. The only donut I had is a vegan donut at Voodoo Donuts, were because I can actually have it without vomiting as well.
You're going
Kirak,
to
it was
traumatize
designed to
the
be humane.
non-anarchist.
It's relatively
Yeah.
humane.
You're going to traumatize the non-anarchist with your human decapitation stuff.
Compared to, all the botched executions with axes or with hangman's ropes,
Yeah.
I mean,
With
Hell,
it
everything.
was
injection right
relatively humane.
Lethal
It was
injection,
intended.
electric chair, gas chamber.
It was intended to be humane.
Byron Squad.
It was intended to be
all
quick
this-
and painless.
quick, yeah. Human, maybe not quick.
Yeah.
Let's just
And
go.
I mean,
with
I
quick,
agree
okay?
that
Well, rich people needed to give us one good thing.
Guillotines.
their heads.
No, their heads.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. The aristocrats, you mean?
Oh my
Yeah.
god! I just watched or listened to the Behind the Bastards on Shaman Rut, the murder sub guy.
I have no idea what you
The
right.
rich
Oh,
guy up
Ocean
in
Cake.
Titanic?
Yeah.
Submersible.
And the whole thing was talking about him yeah, he really did develop this thing as cheaply as possible, and and he seemed to be one of the few people who was actually living up to his libertarian ethics, and it's like the world would be a lot better if all billionaires showed the same commitment to libertarianism as he did by killing themselves to spend money.
Yeah,
to
there
save
was
money.
there was a technician in that submarine that didn't deserve to die.
And same with the teenage.
He was
yeah,
here.
long run.
He was here to do a job, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And as well as the expert on the Titanic as well as well. So like.
Okay, Kirog, let me tell you, I am French, and decapitating the aristocrats was a very good thing.
But then they kept on decapitating people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that went a little overboard, okay?
A little overboard.
Just a little. Just the tip.
and then the kings came back, you know.
Hello, CW.
Hey, I preemptively apologize for the background noise. The natives are restless, but this is the best we're going to be able to do today. So
No problem.
there will be the peanut gallery. Yeah. It's just ask Ben Shapiro. If it's quick, it's supposed to be better, right?
Oh, God.
And dry.
Again,
Yeah, you wouldn't want to
those
lube up a
guys.
guillotine. Maybe a guillotine.
Think sandpapering something, but like
Yeah.
much
Oh my
shorter.
God. I will
Much
never
shorter
get
period
over
of time.
that wet as pussy bit. I will never get over it. Ben Shapiro thinks a vagina is supposed to be dry.
So funny.
Yeah.
The
I-
terrifying thing is, his wife is a freaking urologist.
Yes.
He should know how the bits work. Professionally.
Well, I'm still of the opinion that
It's-
she does know and that she humors him.
Yeah. That's
Or maybe he
so
just
much funnier.
severely misunderstood her, and she misunderstood him, because I doubt they ever talk.
I doubt they ever fuck, to be honest. If you think the vagina is supposed to be wet, dry, I don't think you use it a lot, even if it's, even though it's yours. You know, I'm talking about his wife here.
Yeah.
Again, it's like, yeah, we're. I don't know
We
where
came
to go
back
from
to,
this.
to Ben Shapiro's wife, vagina again. That woman has a famous vagina. It's amazing. A famous
Sandpit.
dry vagina.
They call her the sandpit.
I mean, I actually do think that like George Lucas has some like interesting ideas about vaginas because of Scarlet Pit in Return of the Jedi.
I don't want to think about.
You
I
talk way
don't
too fast
wanna
for me
think
to
about his
understand that.
attitudes. I don't want to think about George Lucas's attitudes towards vagina, considering how many underage marriages occur in the Star Wars universe. That George Lucas seemed like when people get that obsessed with something like that in writing, it just sets off some flags.
All right, talked about Piers Anthony last week.
Right.
Who?
Piers Anthony, he's an American author,
Oh.
and he
I don't know who that
is very pro pedophilia.
Yep.
Oh,
he
I-
is.
I also like the
What's
Onion
with-
article about George R. R. Martin.
Oh, I know who that is.
Suing AI for using incest, which he that's his thing. So
Not just his.
Incest is his intellectual property now. He's trademarked it.
yeah, that was the joke.
Oh God.
So, Geek, can you repeat what you said about vaginas in the Jedi? Because you talked
Oh,
fast and I didn't
he has
understand.
interesting opinions about vaginas because of the Sarlacc pit in Return of the Jedi.
Oh. That's,
Yeah.
you know, that's from Freud. That
Freud, yeah. Fraud.
about vaginas having teeth or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
no, that's a
vagina
very
at
common
bottom.
fear. Men
Yes.
everywhere are terrified of women being able to fight back.
With teeth.
In their
With,
vaginas.
like,
Vagina?
teeth.
Yep.
Yes.
Well,
Vagina
That's
dentata.
that's anatomically incorrect.
Yes, exactly.
The idea of thinking of viewing a vagina as something that will slowly devour a man over 1,000 years is very funny.
And as for vagina dentata being anatomically incorrect, it would not surprise you. I don't. Yeah, I don't think it should surprise you to learn that men know nothing about women's anatomy.
I
Yes.
know. I experienced it firsthand when I was younger.
Also, every time you say that, I think of those words in the tone of Akuna Matata.
Vagina dentata. No, you don't get to sing, Geek.
So how many people had awakenings who genuinely associated very strongly with Boba Fett had awakenings after him falling into the Sarlacc pit?
I did.
I'm not sure what you mean. You talking breaking out of the egg?
No, You don't deal much with kink stuff, do you?
Oh, you're talking vor.
Oh, I get it.
Or reverse birth in this case.
Yeah. Well, both could work for people's awakenings in the Sarlacc pit. But it's just... It made me think about that. It's because...
Well, okay, so like I remember we had this conversation before long years ago about like Rammstein, the German industrial band. They walked out of a giant vagina on stage one time.
I saw them, yeah. But we don't talk about Rammstein anymore, please.
Okay, never mind then.
You heard what he did, the singer.
Oh no! If I did heard what the singer did, I forgot.
He's grooming girls to go to his parties, and a lot of them have said they have waken up drugged.
Ah.
Well, that sucks.
So, of course, it has been denied, and a big team of very powerful lawyers are at work. But
So he's the German Jared Leto.
Yeah.
No, because he has talent.
So question, like where is Rammstein versus the British guy? I don't know why my brain just completely
Jimmy
died.
Seville?
Russell Brand?
No, the rapist guy.
Russell Brand.
Cop.
Russell Brand.
Oh.
Rammstein versus Russell Brand. Who is the worst person?
Russell Brand, because actually the
Rammstein
women
has
that came
talent?
forward never said they were raped, just drugged. They don't think they have been raped. There's no sign of sexual assault, but there are signs of assault. Of like
Okay.
maybe non-consensual kink, maybe.
Okay.
So
still bad because like they
still bad, of course.
Yeah, exactly. But no, Russell Brand, we covered that last week. Oh god.
Hi, Marilyn Manson.
No, yeah, that too. Yeah.
I'm hitting a time where I almost can't listen to anything anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm a metalhead and they're all fucking shit. I mean, I can't listen to Tool anymore because Kenan is a rapist. I can't listen to Rammstein anymore because they're creeps. I can't listen to Marilyn Manson anymore. Thank you, Electric Callboy, for existing.
Oh, Electric Callboy. Okay.
If you don't know Electric Callboy, you need to listen to it. It's a mix of pop and dance from the 90s and
also,
metal.
That's a fantastic band name.
They used to be called something else, like the slur word for Inuits.
Oh,
and they changed. They changed it because some people told them it was a slur, and so they looked into it and they changed their name, and that makes them really awesome, in my opinion.
The fact that
in Europe we are not really we didn't know it was. In Europe, it's not commonly known that it's a slur,
Yeah, it wasn't when I was a kid. It is now.
Same here. Yeah,
it wasn't until the late '90s, I think, that started becoming more common knowledge.
Oh, there's a cat there, Joe.
Oh, Hey, you.
Really quick, Kirok. I don't think of the remastered version of the Sarlacc pit. Because I don't watch the remastered versions because they're stupid and bad. And why does it become older? Why does getting laid become a chore as we get older? Well, think of it as a chance to lie down for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to take a nap.
Yeah, but it's also workout. That's why it's becoming a chore. I don't know. How old are you, Kirok? You have a grandchild, so I guess you're pretty old.
Mm-hmm. He's older than me and older than John Brockman, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But Kira can say if he wants to.
I've seen someone the other day who is my age and who is a grandmom.
Yeah.
It traumatized me.
You don't
Because
want this at all.
I'm still a kid in my head, and my husband is 30.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if I saw a video about that or read about it, but like, there's a whole thing with because a lot of millennials and younger, don't deal with the stereotypical things that you're supposed to reach when you become an adult. So it's hard to associate age, like age. It doesn't.
Oh,
get
I know.
associated with adulthood.
Yeah, I know. It's especially when you have been in depression all your teenage years and also very probable autism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Flora thinks I'm ADHD, but I don't know.
Yes,
Well, there's a lot.
I
There's a lot of
tried
crossover.
her Ritalin and it worked on me, so maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
The problem is it makes me really want to do stuff, and I push my body too hard, and the day after I can't move anymore. So no, I don't want that. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
the first time I tried it, I was like, okay, cleaning my room now, yay! And I cleaned my room, and it felt so good to want to do it, you know.
I
No
should do
executive
that.
dysfunction, yay! Oh, for
Yeah.
fuck's sake, Jonathan.
Someone mentioned about like cleaning the room or like a filthy room. or something like that.
Let me. My Peterson voice. Clean your room, young man.
Now start crying.
So bad.
Now start crying.
And the Virgin Mary wept. Oh,
And the cultural Marxist, and now I'm crying.
That was to tell Jonathan to clean his room. Isn't that his shtick at that moment?
Yes. No. Yeah.
well,
one of
yeah,
Trump's
That and anti-Semitism, yeah.
No. Yeah.
And misogyny.
And scurvy.
And homophobia.
If
And
you
yes.
do a Jordan
But
Peterson
here-
impression, you just do Kermit the Frog
I know, but I
crying
can't
about
do
the condition
Kermit.
of young men.
I can't do Kermit the Frog. So.
But like me and some random geek aren't dudes, so we can get away with having messy rooms because this is just me for how to be real men, but we're not that. So like,
No, you don't have a messy room because according to Peterson, you don't exist.
oh yeah.
There's that.
Oh, except as the Dragon of Chaos. No, wait, no, that's women.
Yep.
Clean rooms are for sissies.
For real though.
Oh, there's so many people who wouldn't get that pun.
Some more news made a bit about Peterson, and hearing him speak and spew nonsense, it's pretty funny, honestly. Peterson,
Really
I mean.
is.
Mhm.
Like
Oh.
when he sees two snakes copulating and he thinks it's DNA or something because
Yeah.
snakes understand DNA. I don't. What?
No, he
the
thought
fuck,
ancient
dude?
Hindus understood or knew about DNA because they had pictures of snakes fucking.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
fucking,
That's how
dude.
snakes
Stop
do.
it. It's they're just fucking. Stop.
That's just how snakes do, though.
And if
I
it's
mean-
not snakes, it's the lobsters.
Yes.
Yes.
Lobster hierarchy.
We need to pee out of our face.
Yeah. Hierarchies are justified because lobsters. Logic.
Look, there's a reason they asked him to leave Harvard.
Was he ever at Harvard? I think it was at the
He,
University.
he
of
taught at
Toronto.
Harvard, but it was a non-tenure track position. And then he was
Okay.
offered a tenure track position at McGill, I think it was, in Toronto.
Yes. And then he drank one glass of apple juice and then was in a coma because he was on an all meat diet.
Yeah, I thought he died of scurvy.
Yeah.
That
I
time.
think if it was a raw meat diet, then he could have survived, because you can get vitamin C from raw meat.
Okay.
That's how the Inuit survive,
Yeah.
because you can't really have a high plant diet when you live above the Arctic line.
Native Americans from there, they are used to eating raw meat. I don't think a pussy like Jordan Peterson could.
Yeah.
And I'm telling pussy because everyone understands what I mean by that.
Yes,
Like,
Grandma, it's soft.
We all know Jordan doesn't know what to do.
No, you reminded me of that.
Go ahead, context wrench.
And Jordy doesn't know what to do with a pussy either.
No. I mean,
so you're saying
he has
that woman
kids.
is not his actual daughter?
Yeah, I was going to say he has kids, so obviously he knew at least once.
That doesn't mean he had to know anything. It just means his aim was not deplorable at least once.
He squirmed a bit, and then stuff happened.
That's fair.
Pussies are so chaotic. We can't tell where to find how to get inside.
The dragon of chaos is
No way to
devouring
know.
the
It's
garden.
so much chaos.
As
The
someone
dragon
who
of
played
chaos is
D&D for
devouring the
half my
garden.
life, I'm really happy to be chaotic, to be honest. Imagine being lawful all your life. Boring.
Is anyone else right now imagine Jordan Peterson sex talk? Because that's very funny.
Oh, God.
I'd rather not.
I learned everything about sex from my dreams of my grandmother.
Oh my
Show
god.
me the dragon. Show me the dragon.
You do Peterson way better than I. You put me to shame. That's not nice.
Don't take shame. Don't Peterson shame.
Damn it, now I imagine Jordan Peterson having watched Dragon Ball Z because you mentioned Rock the Dragon. Rock the Dragon.
He's showing his very chaotic energy.
It was started with a woman in it. No, actually Goku's shown first, but Bulma is a major character.
Yeah,
Goku shot first.
No, but for real, can someone tell me what it actually means that women are chaotic? Because that doesn't mean
He's a
anything.
sexist piece of shit. He's a
No,
misogynist
I
Nazi.
know.
I don't know what the hell he's trying to say. His book is like 500 pages of diagrams of nonsense. The dude is a fucking nutjob. He's a fucking Freudian goddamn. Who's the guy who thinks that there's the subconscious?
No. He said no.
He's
talks
not
about
Freudian.
he
He's
talks
about-
all about Jung.
Jungian. That's the one I wanted to say.
Yeah, but like
I mean,
he
Jung was
doesn't
cool,
understand.
but-
Like I have read Jung. Jung would disagree with Jordan Peterson.
He would
about-
fucking
He's a
hate
mystic.
him, yeah.
He's one of the mystic Nazis. That's what it is. Okay, he's a mystic. He doesn't. He's a fucking weirdo. He's.
Hey, I'm a weirdo, and it's a good thing.
Yeah. Well,
And as a person with mental health issues, I think he has mental health issues.
Yeah. Oh yes, a lot.
but we must be careful about the Rat King, which tried to.
What?
Did you?
Sorry, there's like a whole thing. You mentioned some more news, and they did like a whole clip of him talking about the Rat King stuff.
Oh, okay.
Which he doesn't understand what a Rat King is.
I understand because I read Pratchett.
Yes, I was about to say.
I can't even remember what he says on that. It's just like a short clip of that interview he had recently because he's still saying weird shit.
Jordan Peterson has been ridiculed by critics for quoting a scene from a James Bond film, apparently as though it were fact.
That, yes.
I love that kind of headlines. Every time I see stuff about, the thing with Ben Shapiro and the Barbie movie, that's art. That's art. I'm sorry, but
Can you imagine how brilliant that would have been if it were satire?
oh, I'm talking about actual satire because someone put the logo of Pornhub on the thumbnail of his video, and it made it just magical. Destroying Barbie for 45 minutes. Or... I don't remember what's the title, the exact title of the video, but someone just took the thumbnail and the title of the video and put the Pornhub logo. It's magical. No,
Before
but
we
I'm
go,
sure that
the article I was just reading about, what's his name? Peterson, not
Yeah.
understanding Rat Kings. They said, what somebody shared it on X, formerly known as Twitter. I think we should just go ahead and all start calling formerly Twitter, now X. We should just start calling it the Brown House.
I'm still going to call it Twitter.
No, Brown House is the Nazi headquarters.
It was his birth given name.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand
Blue
Elon
sky.
Musk. doesn't like-
Signed name at birth. Oh, shit.
Shit.
So we get to dead
So-
name Musk. Oh, shit.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Anyways.
you put a bunch of rats in a cage, and then one
And
of
then there's
them
only
eats
one
the
rat
rest,
left.
and there's only one rat left, and then you let the rat loose, and it leaves or whatever, and then you
Now
have
it knows to
rats,
eat
and
rats.
That's a rat king. What?
That's no.
Yeah, and yeah, and that is essentially what was it? They mention it in the Somewhere News clip. It was something. Yeah, Bond villain said in the third more recent Bond films. Daniel Craig. Yeah, Skyfall.
Yeah, Raul Silva explained it to him like that. No, it's just sometimes something that happens in the close confines of a colony as their tails get tangled together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Happens with squirrels, too, sometimes.
How can it's absolutely amazing that you can misunderstand something that much.
That you can
Ow.
take something as gospel from a Bond film.
Is that like when
Well-
Dan Quayle thought Murphy Brown was a real person and perpetuating single motherhood to the detriment of the real American nuclear family? Is that the 2.0 of this? Like, I
don't know if he really was that stupid. But
I
yes.
have no idea what you're talking about. So I
Dan
just
Quayle was the
Googled.
vice president from 88 to 92 under the elder Bush. And he
I
was
just Googled
famously-
Murphy Brown.
Yeah, and Murphy Brown was a TV show about a woman
Yeah,
named
I
Murphy
see
Brown.
that.
And in later seasons, she got pregnant and decided not to marry the father, and it was a huge controversy. And Dan Quayle opined
Really?
on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the people, I think Jay Leno,
Jay Leno.
Jay Leno mocked him probably for thinking it was real, but he may or may not. I don't know. I was only like 12.
That's.
Actually, he left before I was 12, so I was 10 or 11. But he
I
was
mean,
famously
even if it
ridiculed as
was
stupid.
real, who cares?
Well, he was a Republican.
Yeah.
I only reference older Bond movies. I can't watch the old, or I only reference newer Bond movies. I can't watch the older ones. They scare me. There's too much pussy.
The new Bond treats women
P
like they
word,
deserve
P
to be
word.
treated. No, actually, no. I think Jordan Peterson would like the old Bond movies because Bond was a
Was-
rapist.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
so rapey.
Yeah.
So much pussy in the old Bond movies. One of them even had 8.
I knew it was coming, and I still almost spit my drink out.
I don't have enough Bond culture to understand that.
There was Octopussy was the name of one of the books in one of the movies, and that was the one where Bond was at his rapist. She was a lesbian, and he turned her straight by raping her.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ian Fleming was a misogynist, and so were the people who made those movies.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig says that like James Bond's a misogynist as well too. Yeah.
Oh, God. I remember there was a picture floating around of Daniel Craig carrying his child. I think it was his daughter. And people were saying, no, James Bond doesn't carry his child around. James Bond doesn't take care of his kids. He's manly. And thus, obviously, the response was, fellas, is it gay to have kids?
Yes.
I saw that.
Scotty Bax.
I know who Scotty Bax is.
Oh, Scott Bakula. Okay.
Yeah, from Quantum Leap.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Captain Archer.
Yeah, Scott.
And also Chuck,
Yeah,
another
Sam
pretty
Beckett.
misogynic film or series.
Sam Beckett.
He's probably done other things.
Yeah, he probably has. But anyway, we have like gone to our 90 minutes mark. It's like this has been a lot of fun, a lot of serious talk, and then a lot of talk about like a.
Remember, everyone, the English fuck sheep. That's the new stereotype. They're the West Virginians of Europe, except they're not Europeans.
Yeah,
They seceded
yeah,
from
exactly.
Europe just like West Virginia seceded from Virginia. There you go.
But do they do semaphore with pride flags? That's the real question.
No, I don't know.
Probably not.
You know,
That joke went over my head.
sorry, it
No,
did for me too.
I understand because that's the airplane signaling semaphore
Well, it's the
flags.
boat, like the pirate boat signaling. That
Oh,
they would do specific flags in specific positions. To
Not just pirates. That was a naval thing. But that's not semaphore. Semaphore is specifically when you signal the position of two or more different things. With the naval and the pirates, it was just different flags in different orders was a code. And that wasn't semaphore, I don't think.
I thought there were different variations. I could be wrong.
It might have been. I only know semaphore as positions of the flags rather than which flags in which orders.
So now we're back to Shapiro with not knowing the right position for anything.
And on that note, I think we should close this like a whole thing for an end before we go off on another tangent and bring back Pony Jar or something like that. So, Osmo in the Dark, you have like some stuff that people can find on the internet that you have done.
I mean, Fluid Voice is still on hold there at the moment. But like you can watch old episodes. I plan on doing stuff with my main channel. I was gonna potentially start filming stuff today, or more recently, not today. But like, and then I got maintenance is coming in on Tuesday, so I need to make sure I clean. But hopefully, I can get an update on my main channel, Ozma in the Dark. Just get an update on my general thoughts because there's several things I want to say that I just like am not motivated to make a video on anymore. You know, my thoughts on my thoughts on Arcane, my thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, other stuff. I don't know.
Context friends, do you have anything that you want to plug or anything like that?
Watch the old episodes of The Fluid Voice and support Aaron, the Kama Sutra scholar, and Joey wherever they show up, and everybody else. Mutual aid is important. And make sure to hydrate.
Yes.
I would argue mutual aid is also potentially important for you, Context Wrench, if you want to promote that. I don't know.
Spoilers. Not now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let you know, other than being French, what you're up to. If you're up to anything.
The French are always up to something.
Not yet. When I have a home of my own, I'm probably going to make videos about craftings because I think knowing how to make stuff is an important skill,
Mhm.
and especially when you are an anarchist,
Mhm.
sharing one's knowledge about how to make things for free is important. So I'm probably going to make some light woodworking videos, sewing, and cardboard crafting, and all sort of stuff that even a fucking disabled person who has fucked up hands can do. So, but that's not for just now.
Yep. Joe McClure, you probably don't have anything. Other
I
than,
got
like,
nothing.
Okay.
You should start an
Somebody-
Instagram and share pictures of your cats, you jerk.
They don't
Being
like,
selfish.
They don't like taking photos. Actually, I wonder. I can probably share this one to
It's
this quote if
cats.
nothing else.
You fucking selfish
At
man.
the Ren Fair we got a pillow that looked like one of our cats, and then I took a picture of her with it.
Ben Shapiro would love it if you shared pictures of your cats because they're dry.
Of your dry pussies.
Dry pushes. I am Summer Geek on YouTube because I haven't posted anything but the old videos up
I love
there.
how Jonathan always tries to keep the stuff professional.
Somewhat.
We are there, dry pussies.
Dry pushes. So Summer Geek on YouTube, Summer Geek on Blue Sky. I'm on Blue Sky now. Tumblr, co-host, Twitter, and and Twitch. I'm gonna be streaming after I get off the call and eat something as well too. Here's to the next 250. Yeah, I guess we're gonna continue this because I have nothing better to do. Honestly.
We will continue to insult the English.
Yes, exactly. And speaking of that, John Brockman, you're part of another podcast, aren't you?
Yes, Dungeons and Debacles.
Nerd.
Though we're not recording tonight because Kevin got his COVID update, and he's of course it hit him like a truck.
Yeah.
So.
Ouch.
The COVID booster shots, so I can do that. Don't forget to mask up. Winter's coming, so the uptick in COVID cases are happening as it were. So make sure you get your boosters and your flu shots as were. Protect others. Stay hydrated. Take care of yourselves, and stay awesome, my friends.
Yep.
And mask up when you can.
Mask up.
Yes.
And remember,
Mask
mutual
Watch
aid
the load.
includes self-care. Bye-bye, everybody.